Hi guys and welcome back. This is the chart I really wanted to look at. This is the chart of Jeffree Star. And I wanted to look at this because I was just so fascinated by him. He's covered in tattoos. The way he looks is just out of this world. In the actual show, they say that he identifies any pronoun, he, she, alien, whatever. But what I really found really very interesting in the documentary was that, a lot of gay people can kind of pass for straight. Like when I was growing up, I could kind of pass, I could just pretend to be normal. But some people can't. They're super effeminate or, they just can't pass. And those people, I'm always in awe of because they were out from the beginning and they often had to really fight their corner. And what I saw in the documentary, I mean, this guy has a sting to him. So him being a Scorpio wasn't a big surprise, but I got the information off Astro Theme again. I got the date of birth, which is the 15th of November 1985, and then I got Los Angeles, California, but I didn't get the time. So let's do sunrise, and you can see the sun kind of moving up here over the horizon. That's the horizon. Let's have a look at when the sun moved over the horizon. There we go. So the sun went up on that day at 6:31 in the morning. Okay. So his rising sign is, well, the rising sign I can't take into account so much, nor can I take the midheaven into account or the houses because I don't have the time. Not I don't have the time in terms of making the video. I don't have the time of birth, which is why rectifying the chart, which is just a process of finding out and working out the actual time of birth, is really useful because all these house systems, all these different houses, they tell you what area of life this energy is going to play out. So he's got a sun in Scorpio at 23 degrees. So he gets to the point, emotional truth, doesn't spend a lot of time talking around the point, is quite intense, can be really emotional and abstract his emotions so that he's kind of aware of them and can use them for his own as tools. He's got Saturn next to that sun, and that doesn't surprise me because to have that kind of backbone and to withstand the kind of pressure his kind of life would require, you need to really have a strong kind of resolve. And the other inspirational thing was how you could take yourself from having like $3,000 to being someone who's this multi-millionaire with these amazing businesses. I just found it really inspiring. So his moon is in Capricorn at 5 degrees. So work means freedom. So he's got a really good work ethic. And on top of his moon sits Neptune. And Neptune is the manifestation planet. And he's got this belief, which is a godsend, that if I work hard independently, and work hard, Capricorn, then my dreams will come true. And they will. They have. They do. Jupiter is in Aquarius, again at 1. When he starts to do something that is of service to people, then the good luck strikes. So suppose, of course makeup is a way of serving people because it makes them feel beautiful. We've got Uranus and Mercury sitting together. So the planet of rebellion and eccentricity is at 7 degrees. 1 and 6 is 7, which is mind and creativity in Sagittarius. And Mercury is at 5 degrees in Sagittarius. So that's about really thinking outside of the box and really being able to communicate in a very weird way and to appear in a very strange way and to really communicate in a very original style. That's right there. Venus and Pluto. So there's this is kind of difficult. There's a love for anything like hidden secrets, the occult, the other side, spirituality, what the real meaning of it all is, getting into other people's minds and trying to figure them out and being able to influence other people and feeling a strong connection and feeling slighted and reacting and then feeling hurt again. That's kind of a cycle here. And it's a cycle of kind of loving and caring and then something falling apart and arguing and then the cycle repeating itself. Pluto's transformation and rebirth. Ultimately, the plan is to stop that and to have more security and stability in relationships. And that right now is really difficult because of the money situation where people just want to exploit him. The area of his life where he's been hurt most is other people. That opposes then Uranus and Mercury. So instead of hiding, like I did, for instance, I tried to pass as just straight and I just kept my head down and I tried to be as masculine as I could. He didn't have a choice and he decided to say, no, do you know what? Screw this. I'm going to rebel against the system and I'm going to be me. And I'm just going to do it. So that's a much harder path, but that's obviously given him a much tougher skin, and he's been able to achieve much more. So this is the real beautiful thing that I'm looking for in terms of success. Because also, from the stories of these people, by looking at their charts, you can really learn something. So the Moon and Neptune sitting together like this is really interesting in terms of manifesting your dreams. Mars is at 11 degrees in Libra, so if he puts his energy into helping other people feel more beautiful, that's how he can best be of service to humanity. It creates a grand trine with Jupiter, also help others, and Chiron. Even though other people hurt you, you can use beauty and looking good as a way of, so it's a protective blanket. So makeup is a shield. It's a protective way of obviously not showing your face. So it's literally a mask. That's where the good luck, though, comes from. He's got another grand trine. This one connects his Neptune and his Moon with his North Node and the midheaven in Virgo. So this is an Earth one. So this gives him the power to really see things through and to manifest them and to put things into practice. Because a lot of people dream and have ideas and things and want to make things happen. But the talent, the first one is this grand trine in water that allows him to make things happen. And then that Mars really pushes him to create. And so does that. To communicate publicly, public service announcement. So it's actually, I really think there's a I mean, his whole body, for instance, in the series it came out that he was self-harming, and he tattooed his whole body to cover that. So that's a way of beautifying the skin and looking beautiful and covering something that he felt was ugly. But the whole chart is about creating beautiful things and hiding ugly feelings and taking your pain and creating some sort of persona. And to create that persona, you need some sort of tools. You need makeup, you need clothes, you need a certain look that says, do you know what? Screw you, I'm going to be me. I'm not going to be like you and I'm not giving in. And that is the ability to really create the wealth. Black Moon Lilith over here. Difficulty believing in surrendering and letting go of control. So control is a big thing. And the more money you make, the more you stand to lose. So what he may suffer from as well is that he may have a fear of losing it all, which is the worst. Because if you make money, I mean, the great thing about him is that he's gone from nothing and he's made all this money, that he could go back to having nothing and he would know how to deal with that because he's obviously very capable. But the more money he has, the more he becomes distracted from the emotional side of things and transforming and really making spiritual progress. And he can get stuck a little bit in materialism that could slow him down. And the other thing is isolating himself from other people completely because he's afraid and just putting on the mask and starting to believe the mask and then disappearing behind it. That would be the danger. But with a strong personality, with 5 planets or 5 things in Scorpio, it's kind of hard to bury your feelings because they're the strongest thing in the chart. What's also interesting, although we can't take the fact that everything's sitting in the left side here too much into account, because look, if I speed this up by an hour, look how much that changes. Another hour, another hour, another hour, it changes completely. So that's why the time is important. And if this were the right time, this placement would make sense, because the main focus, you can see 11 things are on this side of the chart, and this is to do with the self and transcending the self. So I am this person, I'm a gay boy who has an interest in makeup and who's super creative and who wants to communicate and who wants to work at something really fun. But then also there's this difficult, terrible gut feeling of rejection and hatred and discrimination that you have to deal with and build a thick skin around. And then also, how do I function in the world, defending myself and still be of service, doing something beautiful? So the work is going to be letting go of resentment and opening up again and learning how to trust. And that's a journey for all of us. So that's interesting. I like this. I'm going to make a note of that. And I'm going to make a note of this combination, because I really thought, wow, this is going to be one interesting chart. And it is. So, yeah. So this is Jeffree Star's chart. If you'd like me to look at your chart, then get in touch with me via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I'll speak to you soon.